Whenever you're ready.
Oh my God.
Jessica! I've never been called a fox!
Dana.
That's a classy name for a Harry.
I like it classic.
Okay.
Do you?
Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast.
Sure.
Out with the bad and in with the good, motherfuckers.
That's right.
Jessica.
Dana.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast. I am Dana Powell.
I'm Jessica Young. And we are here to...
I was waiting for you. I was going to follow you. Listen, we're here to rant and rave. I mean, that's the gist of it.
You didn't sign up for our jingle skills.
I was like, what is she waiting on? Is she waiting on me? Jessica, how are you? How was your week?
Oh, it was fine, Dana. How was yours?
It was fine. It was a historical week, and we'll leave it at that, right?
Yes, we will. I will have a ray of positivity. All I can say is I do feel like I have an anvil lit.
Yeah.
So
yes. There's still
yes.
lots of work to be done, but
Yes,
we
there is.
hopefully as a country are going to be doing that work.
That's
and
right.
We'll just leave it at that.
That's right.
So nothing exciting in your week besides the world?
Well, you know what? I will tell you something that was exciting. And this is not a surprise to you. You already know, but our listeners don't. We go crazy when we get any messages from you guys online. Always appreciate it. But it's also a very unexpected, lovely surprise when people send us something in the mail. Who doesn't love old-fashioned mail?
Are we going there now?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. All right.
And I received a package from someone whose art I have been admiring for a very long time. She is somebody who follows us and is a listener, and she sent a package, and I was like, oh, and I kind of had an idea of what it was, and I was super excited. I had seen a picture that she painted of Dana and I, and it brought tears to my eyes, and I was like, is there any way I could have a copy of that? And she, oh, I'll do the email. And I was like, amazing. So that's what I was expecting, but then there was a special thing in there for you. And she wrote us one of the most lovely, beautiful, old school handwritten letters on college lined paper. It made me so nostalgic and it was so incredible. And I will let Dana say how she felt about it. But we're going to definitely post these and you guys can follow her at Wild and Beautiful Art. She is on Instagram and she does absolutely amazing work. And I notice a lot of people have been hiring her to do a drawing for people as a wedding gift. And I think it's absolutely spectacular. It really did make the week for me. And I think for you too. And it was just like, couldn't have come at a better time. There's a lot of weird things going on. So thank you for a huge ray of sunshine. Oh no.
Okay, Jessica.
You're still on there, frozen.
Okay. I'm sure everything you said was perfect and wonderful. I have not been here the entire time. I got kicked out. I got kicked out of the stream.
It's okay.
So I guess I'll just say what I want to say.
Oh my God.
I'm sure Jessica did a wonderful job. Brenda from Wild and Beautiful Art. I'm sure Jessica said all of this. She did send us a present. I heard that much. She's an amazingly talented artist. And first of all, I would say her pieces are so personal and so customized.
Yeah.
They're so precious. I'm not sure, Jessica, if you told what the gift for me was or not.
No.
So she sent us a picture of me and Jessica, which was incredible. We loved it. But she also sent me a picture of me and my mama. And it is a recreation of the photo that I keep on my dresser of me and my mama. And it was, oh no, here we go. It meant so much to me because I have such vivid memories of that picture. Life is so funny because I was so aggravated when my mom wanted to take that picture because she looked great and we all knew it. She had just gone to, I think it was like a work awards meeting or something. She had gone somewhere and she looked fantastic. And I looked terrible. I was wearing like a zip up hoodie, barely had makeup on, my hair was a mess. But she was like, let's take a picture. And I knew she wanted to take it because she looked great. So if you look at the picture, which is on my social media, but of course we're going to post the painting and the picture together because it's just so precious. But you can tell in my face that I'm like, okay. And it just is so indicative of like my relationship with my mother and her being on me about how I look all the time and like how that affected me as an adult. But it's become one of my favorite pictures. Like I posted that picture when my mom passed because of that, because I had such a strong memory tied to it.
Sure.
And so she recreated this photo for me. And Brenda, I hope you're listening. I sent her this rambling message also with a picture of me just bawling my face off on my back porch. But it's so meaningful and I will treasure it for the rest of my life. And I'm sure it will be passed down to other people in my family, which is so cool. So anyway, thank you, Brenda. Like the kindness and the thoughtfulness of that. I don't think she'll ever know how hard that impacted me in such a beautiful way. So thank you. And also, if you want an amazing personalized gift, she also has other artwork that's not personalized, that's not customized. Like she has options, and all of her stuff is so
gorgeous.
I mean, Jessica, have you seen the photo where she says, "This has been weighing heavy on my heart lately"?
Yes.
And it talks about the children in cages and the people who have lost their lives in America through all of this tragedy this year. And it's just so meaningful and so gorgeous. And anyway, I just think she's the bee's knees. I'm forever a lifetime fan. And I was like, I don't have my words together. There aren't words that can express how grateful and thankful I am for your kindness. You have a precious heart. And I'm a lifetime fan. I said, you should be expecting a package from me. I'm nowhere near as talented as you are, but I'm going to make her some earrings or something. I mean, that's all I got, right?
Dana is always very modest about that too, but that was a little labor of love that Dana used to make jewelry. I mean, she still does, but you don't give yourself enough credit. You always were very talented with that. You're very talented and creative in general.
As are you, Jessica. Mutual Appreciation Society. Anyway, we love you so much, Brenda. You're so off the charts talented. And any of our listeners, please go check her out. We'll post about her. We'll post the stuff. I mean, honestly, just so awesome.
It's amazing. And even her, you guys know I'm a real sucker for typography and calligraphy and whatnot. Even I'm staring at it right now, like her lettering, like the way that she writes things is gorgeous.
Yes.
Yeah. It's amazing. And she really does capture things.
Yes. That's not easy. I have watched many a YouTube tutorial. It is not easy.
No. I took a calligraphy class a year ago. Okay, not so easy.
Not easy. Anyway, thank you so much, Brenda. That was very special, very, very special, and always will be. And such a bright light, such a bright moment in our week.
It really was.
Especially because I want to say, I think that was the day that I was like, can we just get this over with? Because, we do sometimes get down and we're like, I don't know if anybody's going to listen this week. And it was just a reminder that there's so many of us, like we are a community, and we may not be huge and we may not have star power, but we are a community together. We love you guys. We support everyone, and you guys support us back. And it's really incredible. And we're so freaking lucky.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Indeedly.
First 10 minutes and I've already cried.
Yeah.
What? Go ahead.
You please.
No, I was going to move on. So please, you go ahead.
So was I was going to say, I feel bad after this lovely positivity to bring us into.
Well, how about I do something to ease us into our rants?
Okay, sounds good.
Because I just read an article that I was like,
Does it involve
I-
lube?
no, what's wrong with you, Jessica? Good Lord, what have you been doing? You've been
You know what? If I don't laugh, I'll cry, Dana. So
oh my God. Okay,
please
John
use the
King, you and your Pornhub have been real busy. I just read this article and I won't read you the whole thing. It just kind of made me, you know, that feeling where you're like, I kind of don't know what to think or feel, and you just blink a lot. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
so this is what, let me pull it up. I texted it to myself so I could share it with you. How sad is that?
Hilarious.
Let me
I
just
do that
read
all the
you-
time, by the way. All the time.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read like the title, even though
Okay.
it blows the lead. But I don't think that's gonna lessen the feeling you get from this. Okay.
Okay.
Mike Tyson used a prosthetic penis filled with baby urine to pass drug test. Ex-champion fighter reveals. Did you know this?
No, I thought he was still busy raising his pigeons on the roof.
Okay, I didn't either. Apparently, he's mentioned it before, but then this week, I guess he talked
I
about it on
can't.
his podcast.
No.
He maintains that he never used steroids during his boxing career, but he did admit to using a prosthetic penis filled with baby urine to pass the drug test. So I was like, already I was hooked. But the article gets better. So here's a quote. Well, wait, let me back up a little bit.
My
Tyson
God.
spoke to UFC Vice President of Athlete Health and Performance on his podcast, Hot Boxing. Don't like that name. That's the name of the podcast, Hot Boxing, and revealed how he would use the Wizinator to avoid testing positive for drugs.
No.
Yeah, quote, "It was awesome, man," Tyson said. "I put my baby's urine in it, and sometimes, one time, I was using my wife's, and my wife was like, 'Baby, you better not hope that it comes back pregnant or something.'" I'm quoting him, so it's difficult to get the.
I can't.
And I said, "Nah, so we ain't going to use you anymore. We're going to use the kid." The 54-year-old boxing legend consistently defended himself as a clean fighter, but he's not shied away from admitting his use of other drugs.
I
He
can't.
previously admitted to the tool to hide the use of his cocaine and marijuana in his 2013
Yes.
book. So I didn't know this. Did you also know that he's getting ready to fight
Yes.
later this month
Yes.
at the Staples Center here in LA against Roy
Mhm.
Jones Jr.? His last fight, Jessica, was in June 2005. It's 2020.
I can't.
Okay. And he hasn't held a title since 96. Now, all of that, do what you want, bud. It's fine. You know, we've all got our issues with you as it is. But I'm sorry, you used a prosthetic penis and then pump filled it with your baby's peepees
I
so
can't.
that you could release it in a drug test bathroom. I'm sorry. My mind, like, I just kept blinking. I didn't know what to think or feel. And I just thought, well, got to share it with Jessica and our listeners. That's all I could think.
You know what?
I don't
Why
have
don't you start
anything to
sending these to me, and we will have a lot of corners, okay?
I cannot, and the fact only a man would nickname something like that and then be like, I know, here's a cute one. Wink, wink, the Wizinator.
No, I hate
Shut
it.
up. Stop it.
I hate it.
I'm so mad at it. Are you feeling a little more ranty right now?
Yeah. And also, like I told you, I think a few weeks ago, I had watched that HBO show Euphoria. And guess what? One of the characters, goes to rehab. And when she has to get drug tested, the woman stands in the room with her and basically insinuating, she's like, yeah, this isn't my first rodeo. I'm real sorry, not sorry that you feel violated, but I'm going to stand in here to make sure that it's your pee.
Yeah. I mean,
Because
I know.
people do that all the time.
I mean, yeah, of course, but I guess it just never occurred to me that you would have a full-blown prosthetic penis.
I can't. He
Right?
is out of
Like,
control.
I guess in my mind, I guess it was like, oh, we keep a sandwich baggie of pee-pee in our panties. Like, that's how we do it.
Uh-huh.
But that you have a full-blown, hollowed-out penis. Like, I mean, I think a better use of that is to fill it with wine and then go to the Hollywood Bowl, see Lionel Richie, and drink your wine out your penis.
You know what? I'll spare you the embarrassment, Dana.
Oh,
You don't need to get a fake peen for that. You can get what I have, which is a bottle of suntan lotion that is a flask.
okay. I think you.
So when they look in my
misunderstand.
bag, yep, it's just my suntan lotion. Wink.
No, I want them to look in my bag and go, "Why is that woman carrying a penis?" That's what I want. You misunderstand. I
Oh
want the penis.
God, I don't even want to think about what your husband would do if he was there with you and you had that in your bag.
Oh my God, he would
The
die.
gentleman that he is, he would die.
Can you even imagine?
No, he would turn 50
to-
shades of purple.
Here's the
And
thing. Here's the thing. We're like these old biddies going, what if we had a penis flask? You know it exists. We didn't just make that up. It's out there. I guarantee. And
there
it
is.
is cheap and easily gettable. Is that a word? Somebody's going to send us a picture of that penis flask for sure.
You know what? If I lived in Philadelphia, I would go to the store that I found when I was there last year for a wedding and find it, because I guarantee you they have it,
I'm
because
sure.
it was a store that had and not even everything you could have ever thought about was a possibility. It had, I'm not joking, Dana, thousands of SKUs of vaginas or penis products.
Yeah. For
And
sure.
I don't
It
mean things for either of those parts of your body. I mean things shaped like that.
Yeah, I'm
From
sure.
handcuffs to straws. Okay.
I mean, honestly, though, who doesn't want penis shaped handcuffs? That's for everyone.
Oh my God. I can't. I cannot. If you would like to tell Dana how you feel about a penis flask, why don't you guys send us a message on Instagram or Facebook at the Rants and Raves podcast? You could tweet it, but I don't think that'd be a great idea. At raves_the. You could send an email and go hog wild, the Rants and Raves podcast at gmail.com, or just hit the contact button on our website, www.therantsandravespodcast.com.
Thank you, Jessica. And I just want our listeners to know that Jessica was wagging her finger at me the whole time she told everyone how to get a hold of us, as if her internal, the subtext of her speaking was, you asked for this, Dana. You asked for it.
It's true, because usually the messages are flooding in and they're like, oh, look at this. It's either a corrections corner for me or it's something about farts or poo or anything else. So you know what?
Yeah, November, the month of the penis.
Ah. Oh, dear God.
All right. Well, we're worked up now. Take that however you want. Should we go ahead and move into our rant?
Yes.
You're up first, lady. You're up first.
So I think I know very recently I had another rant regarding washing machines, but with that rant, it was regarding the people in my building not having the common decency to clean the lint trap.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Well, a friend and a listener of the podcast who I should be half as good as her when trying to emulate a clean and organized home. I always tell her that she is constantly inspiring me with all of the stuff that she does. And sometimes I would roll my eyes or I'd laugh at her and be like, oh my God, enough already. You're doing this ad nauseum. And she'd always say, but it's so much easier to get things organized, to keep it clean, blah, blah, blah. Then you're not doing a crazy deep clean. She's right. Okay. I just don't want to admit it.
She is. Yeah. Mhm.
But I want to know why front-loading washing machines require so much care and effort on a daily and or weekly basis. As I was writing this, I'm like, haven't we evolved past this in 2020? If there is a self-cleaning litter box, for crying out loud, how about
Which
a
I
washing
have. Which
right?
I have, by the way. Uh-huh.
Lucky. How about a washing machine you don't have to give an auto detail to after each use?
I didn't realize this about front loaders.
So I did, because the one in our building is disgusting.
It's a front loader.
And somebody said, please, in capital letters, and I know it's shocking, it wasn't me. Please leave doors open after washing so they can dry out and not mildew.
Uh-huh.
And that in itself is annoying because, by the way, even at home, if you're like me, I'm not OCD, but I don't like open doors, open cupboards. That stuff has always just bugged me.
Yes.
So even if I had a laundry room that no one was looking at, I mean, that's like my dream. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Even if I had like a special laundry room in my house that I don't own, I would love to have that door be shut. Okay.
Yes. The only time I ever leave the washer door open is as a very passive aggressive message to Dan Tipton to do laundry.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, also, I'll tell you something else. So, our washing machines and dryers for my building are in the back of our building, and it is in a laundry room, a very small
Is it
room.
stackable? Stackles? I thought front loaders also were only stacks.
No.
Oh.
No. The washing machine room, somebody is just turned on a leaf blower. Can you hear it?
I hear it. Mm-hmm. It's kind of late in the day for a leaf blower, isn't it?
It's 4:15.
Which means it's almost dark.
I
mean,
I
what are
don't
we
know
going
what
to do? There's nothing we can do.
So sorry, guys. Oh my God, I can't with this day. I really can't.
Jessica, listen.
Guess what? He's blowing it into my laundry room that's open, and it's going into that machine where I left the door open. It's getting.
Uh-oh. Oh boy.
So that's what I'm like. I wouldn't want that open in my home, but it's in a communal room with a door that is open to the elements, people. So all I keep picturing, and sometimes you have to do laundry at night because it's a bunch of units sharing two machines. Okay. I keep waiting for the day that I come in because that door's been open and a raccoon family jumps out at me because they've decided to make a nest inside.
Now, can you use, so I recently bought one of those Tide things where you run a load with just this cleaner thing and it's supposed to clean out your washer.
Oh, I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, I think there's several different kinds. I just bought the Tide kind. I don't know. Now, first of all, that sucks because your building should be doing it because you have to buy the package and then run a whole load of laundry, which you pay for each load.
Yes.
At my house, I just throw it in. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So that's kind of not cool, but maybe it's an alternative if it's stinky in there. I don't know if it's reached that point.
Well, you might freak out because you may not know about what I'm about to tell you. So, again, this is the queen of clean. She said, one of my friends just posted asking about front versus top loading washing machines. I've had 4 front loaders and prefer them. However, they require some maintenance.
Yeah, I'm not interested. Go ahead.
Water can accumulate when hair and debris clog the holes.
Okay.
I use a toothpick, Lysol hard surface cleaner, and Clorox to clean mine. Make sure you peel back all the layers of the rubber gasket and thoroughly clean each area. Don't be intimidated to do a bit of surgery on it. Wipe down the door between uses. Also keep the door open between washes to prevent mildew.
I don't want to do any of that. I don't.
Neither do I.
I don't even want to do laundry. But the whole reason I have a laundry machine is so I don't have to go to a creek down by the river and wash my clothes because that's too much work.
I am crying. I am picturing you back home in Missouri with Emmett Otter's jug band with your washboard down at the creek doing laundry while somebody's playing this, while Abby the spoon lady is playing this in the background.
God, I love Abby the spoon lady. I guarantee you this. If I did not have a washer and dryer and I had to go down to the creek to wash my clothes, I don't care how many songs we sing, how many band members are there. I won't be attending because I ain't got time for it. And I will stink. And that's just going to be like, here comes Stinky Dana, but we love her. I will literally be the real life female walking pig pen because I ain't got time for it. No time.
Oh my God. Seriously, isn't your machine a front loader or no?
No, it's a top
Oh, I thought it
loader.
was. Oh,
I
well,
have a
stick
top
with
loader.
it. Stick
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah. No, no,
But it
no,
is
no.
true. I'm telling you, I've noticed even with the door, like somebody leaving it open, it steams up and it collects condensation real bad. I don't notice that. The other machine that they, of course, still haven't replaced is still a top loader.
Yeah.
But I've seen it, and I've also seen how it gets mildewed around the run. So then it's like, great, that's gross in general. But for people like me who have allergies from hell,
Right. Right.
oh, let me keep washing mildew into my clothing that I'm deathly allergic to. Awesome.
Yeah, gross. Now listen, I am not the animal I make myself out to be. I definitely have an
No.
electric toothbrush that is dedicated and P-Touch labeled for cleaning washer. But that just sounds like too much work.
Yes.
I
It really
cannot.
is.
Ugh.
So again, I just thought we had, come so far. I mean, if Dyson can come up with the air blade to dry our hands in 3 seconds, why
Right?
can't Dyson come up with a self-drying washing machine?
A self-drying washing machine.
That'll be the cost of like
separate from your dryer.
Dyson, the Tesla of home appliances. I'm saying that like anyone can afford a Dyson washing machine when that comes out.
I can't even afford a Dyson hair dryer. You know those things are like $700.
I know.
I'll be
But I'm
honest.
going to tell you, I like that
Dyson.
air blade.
I've had a couple of Dyson vacuum cleaners. Right now, I believe we're on what's the O one?
Oh, I don't know. I've never been lucky enough to own one yet.
Yeah. We switched from Dyson. We had 2 Dysons and then went to the O one. Whatever that. It's not Shark. It's O something. Horick. Horick?
Oh,
Or-
sure.
I
Auric, yeah.
love the one I've got right now. Love
Lucky.
it. Love it.
I've just got a crappy little dirt devil that I keep
No.
replacing every few years at Target for
See,
40
that's
bucks.
the thing. I bought the Dyson. I've had one of my Dysons was the handheld stick one because we had Fruit Loops and cornflakes and all that stuff for
Yep.
so long. But the other one was the full blown vacuum, and I
Sure.
will say it lasted for a good 15 years at least.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then it was kind of just getting janky. I will admit, sometimes when things just start to look gross, I'm like, I think I need a new one.
Oh my God. No, totally. You hear that, Dyson? Not a sponsor, but you could be.
I mean, ultimately, I don't need the extra work. Do you know that
No.
our mutual friend Thomas said to me, every time you talk, you're talking about how you need to clean or you are cleaning. It's like a person who works out all the time and can't stop talking about it. He's like, it's got to stop. It needs to stop. And I said, you know what the saddest part of that story is? My house, I don't even have a clean house. For all the time I spend cleaning or thinking about it, it's never clean, Jessica.
Oh, God. It's because you live with 2 men and pets.
You're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I don't want to gang up on anybody, but I'm not the dirtiest butt in the house, let me tell you. Okay. Mama knows how to pick up after herself and everybody else, apparently. All right, moving on. Okay, so I'm up next. Holiday drinks is my rant. Is this from a listener or from you? It feels like it's from you. I have to be honest because
it's me. It's me.
Drink or food related. I always am like, it might be a Jessica.
Oh,
I'm
God.
excited to get into it. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Especially because when you send me the outlines, I know you've been typing it, and I'm sure you're already like sitting in your own fury. Okay. You know, when you have something on your mind, especially if it is food or drink that you are craving, well, that's a constant for me. Like, that's just a constant state of being for me, is wanting some sort of food or drink. You get in the car, you can smell it just thinking about it. You pull up at Starbucks, they have all the new holiday drinks and treats posted loud and clear. You order a peppermint mocha, yes, because you deserve it. Yes, you do. And 'tis the season. Only to be told, I'm sorry, ma'am, but we're out of peppermint. What? That's how I imagine. That's how you typed it. That's how I imagine it sounds.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You just started serving them. It's the beginning of the holiday season, not January 3rd, where I need to get a grip and move on already. I know this is such a minor problem, but man, did I have my heart and mind set on a warm winter treat. Yeah, Jessica, you know what I would have done?
What?
Driven to another Starbucks. Because once you do get that on the brain, it's hard to let go of.
Totally.
I had a complete and total food breakdown on Friday night. So this is a very odd, what do you call those things about yourself that are just weird?
Neuroses.
Neuroses. Yeah, it's not a proclivity. Neuroses, I
I
think.
guess.
I have major anxiety about ordering food. And it's not about, everybody thinks, oh, why does that make you nervous? Is it because you're afraid to see them at the door, like they're going to burst into your house, Dateline style? And that's not it. I watch enough Dateline, I could prevent that. What it is the actual act of either ordering online or calling gives me such severe anxiety, and it has since college. I have a real hard time ordering pizza on the phone. It gives me, I kind of break into hives and get itchy. And it's because I start questioning my choices, like what I've chosen to eat. Then I also start realizing the cost, which starts making me feel bad. Who knew that an order of spaghetti could be $18?
And that's before the delivery fee, the
Right.
tax, and then tipping them on top of it. So now
Right.
we're at $30.
And nobody
that's
eats-
just for your spaghetti.
Yes, nobody eats spaghetti without a salad and bread, probably cheese bread. So now we're at $75. Okay. So I can't do it. I get anxiety and I feel selfish and horrible. Like
No, I
you
know.
know how to make spaghetti, you dumb. Like all I have to do. So this Friday night, Dan Tipton was like, oh yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get off late. And then we all laughed because it's a good joke. And I was
He
like,
walks in at 6 on the dot and he's like, dinner ready?
yeah, right. Please. I would literally have a heart attack on the spot if Dan Tipton ever came home at 6 on the dot. I would be like, who is this man? Where's my husband? So I started thinking about, and this is not a joke. I went over to our friend Kira's and I was grabbing Henry. And that's when I started thinking about what I wanted for dinner. I was like, I'm so hungry. And I think Italian or Chinese. Like I was already planning, right? So she gives me several different places. I start to order online because I'm sitting with her and her boyfriend. So it made me feel, I bolstered me. Right? And then they were closed, the place that she wanted me to go. And I was like, it's fine. I'll just go home and order something. It's not a big deal. Jessica, I never ate that night.
Because you kept belaboring. I even spoke to you that night and you were like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm having anxiety, but I'm like, oh, she'll just get a pizza or something.
I pretend ordered 4 different places, like filled it all out on Grubhub and DoorDash.
Pretend ordered.
I window shopped food and then passed out. I never ate.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's the level of crazy I am. Okay. So you're fine, basically, is what I'm saying.
So it's interesting though, because your anxiety is like a preemptive anxiety of disappointment. I mean, I do that when I'm in person. Like I'll order something and then I'll be like, I should have gotten this Dover sole. They only have it once a week. Why did I get the Jidori chicken?
Yeah. Or I go, oh my God, I feel so sick. Why on earth would I order so much food and then eat it all? That happens too.
I think everyone is guilty of that.
But I really wanted fettuccine Alfredo. I've been craving it because it makes me sleepy. I want to eat something yummy and warm and cozy until it makes my body go to sleep. But listen, I got a pound or 2 extra on my body, so I didn't starve on Friday. And then Dan Tipton ordered food the next day. So,
and you're like, just get me whatever.
just
really?
whatever.
What do you want? I'm not picky. And then they get it, and you're like, why did you get me a turkey sandwich?
No, that's you, Jessica. Get in the car, Alan. Why didn't you get out of the car, Alan?
Oh my God.
I still laugh
Bless.
about that because I'm the same way.
You know what? He came in after woodworking the other day and I was working at my computer and I looked up. I'm like, what? And he's like looking at me like this, just shaking his head.
Oh,
I said,
no.
what's wrong? What happened? He goes, you make me sound like a pathetic fool. Like you just yell at me all the time and like I just sit there.
Oh no, I don't think that at all. I'm
I
sorry.
know. I said,
When
trust me,
you-
if anything, people think I'm the lunatic and not
Also,
you. I said,
I'm
Dana's your
sorry.
number one fan, and I'm sure the listeners are too.
100%. I'm sorry. I will never be able to think of a man as weak in any way when the sentence starts out with, he came in from woodworking the other day. You're fine, Alan. Wherever you may be at this moment, you're a man. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Thank God he has a sense of humor. I'm serious. I
It's
mean,
so funny.
the saying, like,
mean-
we both lucked out, and even though they aren't comedians themselves, or they don't think of themselves to be, we both have men that have a very good sense of humor. And
Oh my
that
God.
really does keep things burning year after year. Because if you
And
don't laugh,
the patience off the charts in my house.
beyond. Same with
because
them.
just for example, had to get up at 5 o'clock this morning to do a self tape because it's the only time that my poor overworked husband has. Super not a morning person. I definitely yelled and said, I'm sorry, but good framing is from the bottom of the armpits to just above the head. 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. How do you not know this? I say to the producer in my house. My husband's a producer.
Bless his
And
heart.
I scolded him about framing my self tape.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
we should move on before I realize what a demon I am. Should we move on into corners?
Let's take a cleansing breath of patience.
Oh my God. Need it. All right, guys. We like to do a cleansing breath, even though I almost always forget because I've run myself into a tizzy. We like to take a deep breath in, blow out all of our anxieties, our fears, all the yucky stuff, thoughts of maybe wanting to start an OnlyFans account because I need a job. All of that, we're going to blow it all out.
Yes.
And then we're going to fill up with some goodness. If you want to scream it out, feel free. Tis the season. Okay, let's take a deep breath in. And
I mean, that's a good sign. I can at least get air through my nostrils at this point.
yeah, you're a little stuffy uppy today. Also, the air
Yes.
quality in LA has been atrocious. Do you guys have an air cleaner in your home?
No, but we probably should get one, but I'm not being facetious. I could probably use to have one in every room or just live somewhere that has, a good
Better
system.
air. Yeah, we have a couple. We've got 3, I think, in our house. You need it. We live in
Yeah.
LA. It's dirty air.
I know, especially for sleeping.
Allergies. Yes, and allergies and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody's got an Amazon trip planned after this.
I'm going to get the Dyson air purifying cleaning blade.
Do they have one?
I don't know. They probably do. Actually, I know they do. Why am I pretending? Yes, they do. It's like
Really?
super modern. It looks like if you lean into it, that it would suck you in and take you to a portal in the
Yeah,
other
it's like
side
a
of the
wormhole.
galaxy. Yes,
Oh.
it really is what it looks like.
I would love to see if I could throw my cat Cutter through it and she might never come back.
Oh my God.
Just an update on Cutter. She peed on my hardwood floor and stained it.
No.
Yeah, because she peed on boots. And so it like got into the rubber of the bottom of the boots. And then she also shat in my dirty clothes. Okay.
What?
I mean, I caught it immediately, but I was mortified.
Oh,
Do you know
is
how
getting more and more evil as the days go on?
I don't know what's happening? I told my husband, I think we have to take her to the doctor. Like, I think there's something legitimately, maybe medically wrong. Like, that's off the charts crazy town, even for Cutter.
Dang.
Jessica, I was so upset about it. I DM'd one of our listeners. I did. He knows who he is. I was like, you're not going to believe what Cutter did. We send each other cat videos and stuff, and we're always talking about how evil Cutter is. And he was the first person I told, one of our listeners. I was like, oh my God, you're not going to believe this.
Did he have any sage words of advice?
No, Oh, he was like, oh, Cutter. I mean, we just have like a mutual can you believe relationship about Cutter, but yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my
All right.
God.
Let's move into our corners.
Yeah. So this is an oh wow corner. And
Is it
honestly,
is it sarcastic? Oh wow. Is it
this is an
facetious?
oh wow
Oh,
corner with an
wow.
eye roll. No, I guess I just feel corny saying, oh wow.
That's where we differ.
Oh my God. Oh wow. This comes to us from the Good News Network today. Nice and timely. This
Mm.
corner also caught my eye, honestly, and part of why I chose it for my corner is it is right on par with what we were speaking about earlier and the magic of surprise and simple things like receiving a piece of mail that is not bad news, a bill, or anything else. It's amazing to write a letter or send someone a card, even if you just say, love you. That's it. You don't even have to
Yeah.
go on a diatribe if writing isn't your thing. Man sits with typewriter on New York City sidewalk to help strangers send letters to friends feeling blue.
Ah,
Love
I'm
it.
already in love. I know. Go ahead.
Before the invention of text messaging, which makes it super easy to send a note to a friend, and before there were telephones in every home that could connect you instantly with a loved one, there were letters. Sure, you might need to wait a few days or weeks for the postman to deliver it, but the special feeling it contained made it worth the wait. Although a letter offers no instant gratification, handwritten correspondence were always highly anticipated and savored. Their stationery, envelope, and stamp were saved as mementos to read and reread and be treasured. In the face of worry over the coronavirus pandemic and all the stress it placed on New Yorkers, a Brooklyn based performance artist and English professor, swoon, you had me at English professor,
Yes.
Brandon Wolf came up with the idea of reviving the letter writing tradition as a means to reach out and comfort one another. I don't mean to burst your bubble, Brandon, but pretty sure you're not the one who revived that. Dana and I were doing that at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah. Started doing that back in March, Becca.
We just used a pen and not a typewriter. Okay.
And watercolors.
Knowing that people have lost loved ones, jobs, and businesses, and given up simple pleasures like hugs from a friend, Wolf began to ponder how to help people make meaningful connections. His answer was to take a page from history. When interpersonal connection is risky, what other ways can we be together? Wolf pondered in an interview with the Park Slope Scribe. What is a better experience than getting a piece of mail in your mailbox from somebody you didn't expect to hear from? Using a vintage portable typewriter and seated on a folding chair alongside a mailbox, his sign says, "Free letters for friends feeling blue." Wolf spent several hours, a few days a week for 4 weeks, typing letters for his Park Slope, Brooklyn neighbors. The 37-year-old New York University teacher dubbed his post-traumatic street performance the Console, shirt for consolation. Let's not mourn our mailboxes as vessels of civic futility, but make renewed use of them to sit together at a distance and console one another and those we love. Posting letters from the edge, albeit the mailbox all month, with paper and stamps and hand sanitizer ready to serve as your medium, your console. Together, if you'd like, we can take a moment to type a note of consolation, a blue-edged missive to a friend you think could use it. By the project's end, Wolf had typed more than 50 missives. While some letters were dictated, his favorites were the collaborative efforts between himself and the letter writer, tweaking the international prose while forming a unique emotional bond between sender and scribe. That definitely gets our stamp of approval. Wink.
Oh, Moye. It wasn't by Moye. I just said Moye.
Shockingly, I know. Trust me, I felt it too.
I blame all puns on Moye now. If you don't know who he is, David Moye, he's a great writer that gets published a lot, and I hate all of his puns. Okay. He's wonderful and works probably way more than I do. So good for him. I really do love that. I don't like when it gets all pompousy, like performance arty, like please don't, I don't know, strip naked and cover yourself in watermelon juice and let flies eat at you. But I do enjoy the sentiment.
I love it. Also, I love typewriters. Okay. So like I have a cousin that has my grandmother's typewriter. Like when my grandmother passed away, she was living in Montreal. So a lot of things that people wanted, because my dad was like, if you want something, take it. A lot of us who lived far away couldn't. It was literally cost prohibitive to ship
Right.
certain things, especially from another country. But
Yeah.
I wanted my grandmother's typewriter. It is still sitting in my cousin's basement in Vermont. But I also don't have the heart to like beg her to send it. It weighs, I'm not joking, I'm going to say easily 50 pounds. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like
sure.
archaic. And it, like, do I need it? No. I
Right.
would probably put it in a corner just for posterity and like as a objet d'art, right? But I actually, if it would still work, would use it. I love a typewriter.
Oh my God, you just got so upset and crossed your arms like an 8-year-old.
I really did.
Why don't you go ahead? I know it's not the same, but why don't you buy yourself a cheap little old typewriter somewhere?
I know.
Just to use, not that it'll have the same sentimental value by
No,
any
totally.
means, but
No, you're right. I don't even know if they still, I mean, they must.
you must. Yes.
I'm like, do they still sell the correctional tape or do I have to use a little bit of whiteout and back it on up?
Oh, I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know, but wouldn't it be fun to find out, Jessica?
You know what? I'm going to get a typewriter.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to ask her for the holidays.
Good, you
It's
should.
very practical.
Yes, and I think you're more likely to get that than a Dyson. So there we go.
I think you're right.
I really love that. I love that he's doing that for people. It's
Me
also
too.
just a nice way for them to connect, like connecting with strangers too.
Totally.
Really
That's
cool.
really cool.
I love it. All right. Well, I am excited about my corner. I have an excuse me corner. And that is, we all know that Jessica says that all the time. Excuse me. And Jessica, that's a trickle down from her dad.
Uh-huh.
He's an excuse me. So
Oh,
this
yeah.
is a Jessica's dad corner. Mark and Spencer's. Oh, sorry. This is from HuffPost. It was written by Ed Matza. Mark and Spencer's new Christmas pastry has an absolutely filthy name. Who wants a bite of this? Oh boy. Marks and Spencer just unveiled a new cronut style pastry for the Christmas season. Love me a cronut. Oh, I love me a cronut. But it's not the delicious flaky layers that's winning attention on social media. It's the name, Santa's Yum Nut.
Dana?
What?
I knew you'd love it.
The British retailer's tweet introducing the pastry also sounded a little, well, just check it out. So I'm going to read it here for you. This is the official Marks and Spencer Twitter. Who wants a bite of Santa's Yum Nut? Our Yum Yum donut hybrids have been given a Christmassy makeover with delicious flaky pastry layers and a sweet Santa's belt topping. Find them in our store bakery. It's so funny. I saw these this week. That's why I'm giggling so hard. I saw an advertisement for them.
You did?
Yeah, I don't know if it was an advertisement or somebody posted. All I know is I saw it. Marks and Spencer has a history of this sort of stuff. They offered a love sausage for Okay.
What?
A love sausage for Valentine's Day.
No, ma'am.
No. Also, I have no room to talk because I said I just wanted a penis flask. So just ignore every word I say. And an Easter bunny doing yoga that some thought looked a little suggestive. I'm sure it did.
Excuse me?
Then there was the ad saying they put the D in bread, as in vitamin D. What were you thinking? No, come on.
Yeah, no, that's not okay.
No. In this case, Yum Nuts has been the company's name for its cronut-like pastry for some time. Last month, why? I don't understand what nuts has to do with it. It's a cronut. I mean, I guess that's where they get it. Donut, cronut, Yum Nut. Last month, they even introduced the Yummy Mummy Yum Nuts for Halloween.
Stop calling them Yum Nuts.
The offer to take a bite of Santa's Yum Nut, however, was just too much for Twitter users to take. Rabia Oshadri said, I feel strongly that the name of this donut must be reconsidered.
Oh my God.
Joanne Harris said on Twitter, they paid someone to come up with that name. ? Question mark, right?
Oh my God.
Oh boy, everybody. Oh, Scott Hanselman said it's the trademark for me because they TM'd Yum Nut, Santa's Yum Nut.
Stop it.
They trademarked it.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No.
Yes, they did. Keith Stewart said, "You've got to hand it to M&S. It was going to take a hell of a marketing message to disrupt the Twitter conversation today, but Santa's Yum Nuts have achieved it."
Oh my Lord.
I mean, they look delicious is the sad thing.
Mm-hmm.
They look amazing.
They do. But you know what? I will not get down with something named like that. I just won't.
You won't?
Nope.
I feel like I would shamefully buy it and eat it in my car in secret. And then I would giggle the whole time probably and go, nuts. I'm a walking hypocritical.
Oh my God. I'm gonna find a Yum Nut.
I just don't. It's the same as like it shows how juvenile we are. Remember when Kmart had ship your pants? I'm gonna ship my pants.
What?
It was our friend Mike Bunham was in it. It was a new media campaign that went viral, and it was Kmart's ship your pants. I'd like to ship my pants, and it was about shipping, like free shipping.
Right. Instead of
Yeah.
shit your pants, ship my pants.
Yeah, it went viral. Everybody thought it was so funny.
I mean, kudos to him because I love him.
Yeah, me too.
I don't begrudge him for having work.
Oh gosh, no! But like, who got paid for that campaign? Right?
You know, anytime something like that comes up, I'm like, well, pretty sure you and I come up with things like that every single day. Why don't
my
we?
8-year-old does. You know, it's not that hard.
Get us into the advertising room, the marketing room.
You know, it did what they wanted. It got them attention.
Yeah.
So
true.
I guess that's a win. No. What did they say? No news is bad news. No.
Yeah,
the
no
saying?
news is good news.
Oh.
No
No.
news is good news.
Any attention is good for the day. What's the saying?
There's no such thing as bad press.
Oh, I guess that's it.
Some
Yeah.
people believe that because then they think even if it's disparaging, it makes people do a deep dive and start looking into your stuff and
Yeah. Are you bored?
all that.
You just talked yourself into a yawn.
Oh my God.
It happens. I was watching
I got up at 4 and I wish it was to do something productive. It wasn't. It's just that I woke up out of a dead sleep.
You must have had sympathy pains for me being up trying to be a detective.
Did she wake up for her audition in time?
Is she a good detective or a bad one? Oh my God. Thank you for that corner, Jessica.
Of course.
Who doesn't love a Santa's Yum Nut? I can't wait for a tank cake. All right.
Oh boy, on that note.
What? You ready to move on? Let's move on into our raves, to the good stuff, guys. Let's move to the good stuff.
So both of our raves today are certified B Corps.
Oh, yay. You want to tell everybody what that is again, in case we have new listeners?
Yes. So B Corp certification is awarded to companies that achieve higher standards of social and environmental performance, transparency, and accountability. It's what fair trade certification is to a coffee producer or what USDA organic certification is to milk. B Corps are committed to using business as a force for good in the world. So I really like that. And yes, we had really never heard about that before until we raved about a bib company, Bella Tuno, and that's how we learned about B Corp. So this company is called State Bags. This was brought to my attention by a friend and listener. When you buy a State bag, the company fills another with school supplies and gives it to a local student in need at a bag drop rally. It also shines light on issues like mass incarceration, the Flint water crisis, and Black Lives Matter through its hashtag What Do We Tell the Kids initiatives. Our mission is to make beautiful, well-made, inclusively cool products while using the power of business to give back and shift narratives around social injustices. For every State bag purchased, we'll support American children and families in need in the ways they need it most. Our giving initiatives include donating fully packed backpacks at our signature bag drop rallies, fueling What Do We Tell the Kids, activations, and special projects with partner charities and schools in which we so deeply believe. As State's platform continues to grow, we view it as a responsibility and vehicle to shed light around social injustice happening every day here in the U.S. In 2016, we launched our hashtag What Do We Tell the Kids initiatives, aiming to tackle the most challenging issues of our time, by simply asking the question, quote, what do we tell the kids? State Bags is proud to be a B Corporation, accompanied by fellow companies, creating public significance by having a material, positive impact on society. So, I mean, we say this all the time. So for you OG listeners, I apologize for like reiterating it, but I mean, we'll probably always say it. Nowadays, I mean, I think I've always been conscious of what I buy, but the older I get, the more conscious I think we tend to get, right? Or you
Yeah, I
start to,
definitely was never conscious of it before I started getting older.
I mean, when I say conscious, I'm like, what? I thought Benetton Colors was cool because they use like multiracial people in their commercials and stuff, and I wore the perfume.
Oh my, rich kid. Ooh, did you also have Liz Claiborne and Guess Jeans?
Duh! I did have a Liz Claiborne bag.
Did your
That was
family
like,
did your family drive a station wagon, Richie Rich?
okay, I drove a station wagon. That was a 14-year-old hand-me-down car that I was lucky enough to receive in high school.
You rich bitch.
Let me tell you something. For all the fancy clothes that my mother put me in, because I have said it once and I will say it again, I was dressed like a 55-year-old divorcee when I was 12 years old. I was 6 feet tall. I was already a double D in a bra.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked like I do now when I was 6 years old. Okay. So, newsflash. Okay. I never got carded, not when I bought something for an adult or myself throughout life. I mean, that's another story for another day.
That's crazy. I still get carded and I'm like, I'm sorry,
no.
let me dig my ID out of the wrinkle folds in my forehead. I think I'm old.
I used to take my friends when we were young, and when I say like middle school age, whenever we wanted to go to an R movie, I was the tallest one. I always said I was babysitting them, and then we would get into the R movies, and they never carded me.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
looked tall and I always like knew how to pretend like I should be there,
That's
and nobody
amazing.
ever questioned me. It's weird. I'm not that bold in life, but I sure was ballsy when I was young. Oh my God. What I'm saying is like, it is something to consider that, yes, backpacks, so many companies make them. You can find them at Walmart. I don't like Walmart for a lot of reasons, but
Mhm.
I'm just saying you can find them wherever, right? So I would like to choose, if I was buying like a backpack for myself or a kid, why not something that's going to give one to someone else? Like companies now that are matching whatever you buy,
Mhm.
that's huge on their part. They're
Mhm.
giving one set or one pair or whatever to someone else. I'm all about it. And packed with school supplies. Like somebody I know does that every year with her children. And it's so special. Every year when she posts it, I'm like, well, I'm crying again. And I
Mhm.
love that you've been teaching your kids this. It's on option. She doesn't care whether their other friends are doing it. She takes her two boys year after year, every year to do a thing where they load up their car with donations. They have the means to be able to buy a lot of stuff. And then they go to a center and everybody assembles it. And then they bring them to a place where the backpacks filled with supplies are distributed to kids who need it.
That's amazing. I love it.
Me too.
Well, that leads me into my rave if you're ready to
Yes.
move because my rave they also do the same thing. They will
Mhm.
like if you purchase socks, they will also give a pair of socks, donate a pair of socks.
Yep.
So my rave this week is I think you pronounce it Bombas.
I think so.
Bombas?
hmm
We believe a more comfortable world is a better world. Everyone, no matter their circumstances, deserves to put on clean clothes that feel good. Here, here.
Uh-huh.
So we perfected socks and t-shirts you'll want to live in. I basically already do, so
Thank
let's
you.
add to the pile.
Right?
Created apparel you'll never want to take off. And for every item you purchase for yourself, we donate an item to someone affected by homelessness. Make a purchase, make a difference. Our mission since day one has been to help those experiencing homelessness. That's why for every item you purchase, we donate an item on your behalf. We thought this was a pretty good idea. Turns out a lot of other people did too. We've donated more than 40 million items to more than 2,500 community organizations to date, all thanks to supporters like you. Bombas is a B Corp certified. B Corp certification is awarded to companies that achieve higher standards of social and environmental performance, transparency, and accountability. I think you said all this already.
I'm sorry. I read that part from
No,
your
I'm sorry. I asked you to read it. So anyway, it's what fair trade certification is to a coffee producer or what USDA organic certification is to milk. B Corps are committed to using business as a force for good in the world. So I just repeated that because it's awesome. We again go to their website. It's bombas.com. We'll put it in our notes. Their stuff looks really cozy, comfy, and
It's
super
awesome.
cute.
Our friend Nick Bush this year for his birthday said, for my birthday, I want everyone to buy themselves a pair of Bombas socks
Oh, I
because
love
of
that.
them giving that to other people. So that's where I got the idea. I was like, that's really cool. For his birthday, he wants you to buy
To get
something for
yourself a pair
yourself
of socks
that will
that
then
gives
help
that.
someone else. Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Me too.
I love it very, very much. Thank you for that rave.
Uh-huh.
I also love that it's trying to help homelessness. As you well know, we have a major, major problem with homelessness in Los Angeles. And I know everywhere does, but it's like out of control
It's
here.
very bad.
So if you do live in or near the Los Angeles area, just to let you know, the Mission downtown is very, very low on canned goods right now. They are taking donations at this
Midnight
week.
Mission, I think it's called,
I
right?
think so, yeah.
Yep. They're a great organization.
They're taking donations as we speak. So if you live in or around the area and would like to drop some canned goods off, that would be much appreciated. And also, if you get on social media, if you do live in this area, there are a lot of people that are saying, hey, if you just have a couple of things you want to drop off at my house, I'm doing a dump. So let me know,
It's amazing. Yep.
Yeah. Jessica,
Dana,
I think that's our show.
I think it
Was
is.
this the shortest show we've had in 2020?
I think it is. It's the shortest quarantine show that we've ever had. It'll
I
be
don't
even
know.
shorter when you cut out all kinds of crap.
I do cut out things from time to time, but this one I don't think we have a lot to cut out. I don't know how it ended up shorter. I feel like I was equally as crazy as I normally am. And also, we're not done. So, because I have something special I brought.
Oh,
I really enjoy you.
I really enjoy you.
You always make me happy. And then when I go to edit again, even though I'm like, I don't want to edit and I procrastinate, I always end up giggling. And then Dan Tipton gets jealous at like 11:30 at night. And he's like, what are you laughing at?
Alan does that too, but he'll just text me, I can hear you. And that means he's either downstairs or outside.
Yeah, probably woodworking or like building a Roman temple. Who knows? Good for you, Alan.
True. True.
So for today, I always like to end our show with, a weekly point to ponder. We like to talk about things we're seeing or following on Instagram or TikTok. Jessica, I just keep on sending you things from TikTok.
I know. I don't know why. Even one of my friends, because I said, enough already. I said, Dana's been on me. And he goes, well, I don't get it. He goes, I joined just so I can watch it. He goes, even if you don't want to make the videos, what's wrong with you?
That's all I am, is a voyeur. However, I told Jessica this week I may have to break it. I may have to make a video. Doesn't it hurt when you realize you're such a basic bitch?
I realized that about myself a long time ago.
It hit me real hard in the face this week when I fell in love with Hannah Bread Talk. I can't help it. I know that every straight woman on TikTok is madly in love with Hannah Bread Talk.
Hilarious.
And I'm basic. I'm in love with her. I'm obsessed with her. I can't stop watching her make bread. Jessica, we know I don't cook. Those dough dumps are so emotional for me. She's just about the cutest human on the face of the earth, and I want her to put me in her fridge so bad. If you're on TikTok and you
Oh
follow
my
Hannah
God.
Bread Talk, you will know what that means. We do all the duets and
Uh-huh.
stuff in her refrigerator. It's perfect lighting. She looks beyond adorable.
Yep.
I think she's got a girlfriend right now, and it's devastating to me. So anyway, and then also real quick before I get into the meat of my points to ponder, also I found a new show I'm enjoying.
Oh, what is it?
And they're easy, guilty pleasure, mindless kind of Dana shows. So Lucifer, my dad and I started watching, which is on Netflix, and there's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, 127 episodes. I guess it's been
What?
on. I guess
my
it's been on
God.
for years.
Yeah.
But the lead guy who plays Lucifer, Satan, he's funny and cute and British. I really enjoy it. So I've
Is
been
his
watching.
name Carl Urban?
I don't know. I don't learn names. I just
Do
ogle
you know who
people.
Carl Urban is?
No, is that a
Do
boxer?
you watch The Boys?
No, but everybody says I would love
okay.
it.
All
Is
right.
he the guy from Game of Thrones, though?
No.
Or I mean, Lord of the Rings.
He plays the Doctor in the new version of Star Trek. The movies where Chris Pine.
Yeah. He was in. Yeah, he was
plays
in.
the Doctor.
He was also in Lord of the Rings. He's hot.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Super hot. I also found a new show that apparently was on CBS, but you can watch it on Netflix.
What?
And it's just called Evil. It's really good.
Oh.
It's about this guy who is he's studying in seminary to become a priest. And then he meets this like psychotherapist. Anyway, they're like investigating miracles and possessions and stuff. And I love that kind of stuff, but it's network. So if you get scared by that kind of stuff, it's not super heavy. Right.
Interesting.
And then also I will finish my Nexium show tonight on the Stars one.
I don't have Stars.
Oh, I think you can watch it on Hulu, maybe. I'll look it up. I'll figure it out.
Really? I need to see it.
So like The Vow, which was about Nexium, was on HBO. And it is a very different documentary than the Stars one with India Oxenberg. It's very different. They're both good, but so anyway, I'll finish that. But what I have now prattled on for an extra 20 minutes of our show, but what I brought for our weekly point to ponder, I just want to let you guys know, I found a list of 25 offbeat holidays you can celebrate in November. So I thought I might just go through the remainder of November in case you have a holiday you want to go ahead and celebrate, because this year's been crappy. And this month started off so tense here in America. And it was, I think those shockwaves reverberated around the world, but we're also, as a planet, dealing with COVID. So let's find some reasons to celebrate. Yay.
Right.
Okay, so today is the 9th. Let me go down here. Yesterday was November 8th, International Tongue Twister Day. We missed out on that. Also, yesterday was you could have celebrated Abet and Aid Punsters Day. So you could feel free to share your favorite puns.
Oh, boy. That was yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, John Conroy missed his calling in life. Oh, brother.
Does he love a good pun?
Yeah.
You a big Moye fan?
I'm dying. I can't wait to tell him that he missed the greatest holiday of his life.
He missed it. So November 13th is the next holiday, and this one I can get behind. It's World Kindness Day. November 13th, World Kindness Day. It is also Sadie Hawkins Day. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, man, I really loved Sadie Hawkins when I was in high school.
Are you serious? The thought of ever asking a man out or to a dance really just still gives me hives.
Loved it. Because I always picked a friend that I knew I would have a blast with. So I would like take the pressure off. One time I took a crush that I was like madly in love with, and I was up all night because I was so nervous because we all got to spend the night, like somebody's parents hosted, and it was like, don't anybody freak out. We were all like in their loft and their basement. Okay. We all like were allowed to spend the night, and I spent the night with my eyes bugging out of my head, just thinking, I can't believe I'm here with this boy.
Oh, wow. Somebody.
I'm sure a lot of people's minds are racing right now. Let's move along, Dana, move along.
Well, I will. This for those of you. I think people in other countries know what it is too, because Sadie Hawkins is where the lady asks the man to the dance. Right?
Mhm.
Did you know that it first appeared in the popular comic strip Little Abner?
Only my dad knows Little Abner. I'm sure that's another thing he loved.
I don't know why it sounded so insulting.
Little Lulu and Little
I love
Abner.
Little Lulu.
I
Your dad and
know.
I have
You
bonded
drew
over.
Lulu for
I
him.
drew Little Lulu and sent it to him. Yes. November 14th is Loosen Up and Lighten Up Day. Whew, I need that.
Okay.
November 15th, you guys, it's Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day.
Oh, brother. Guess what? I already did it, and I got those awesome storage bins from Marshall's.
Well, good for you. I guess you're better than the rest of us. Whatevs.
The only thing that's clean and organized in my house, I can assure you.
Well, I don't know that I can bring myself to celebrate Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day. So, luckily, on November 15th, I can choose instead to celebrate National Bunt Day.
Oh, God.
It was created by renowned bunt pan purveyors Nordy Ware to celebrate their 60th anniversary in 2006.
Listen, this really shoots at my heart. My neighbor makes a chocolate bundt cake that I have begged her for probably 5 years and said, you could literally become like the next star and sell your shit on Goldbelly and ship it across the country if all you made was that chocolate bundt cake.
Oh.
My aunt makes a bundt cake with vanilla cake mix and Jello pistachio pudding that you don't turn into a pudding, but you use the powder and Hershey's syrup. I might have to post that recipe. We never post recipes. I'm gonna have to share that with y'all. And then, Dana, there was an incredible company that closed down a few years ago in LA called Kiss My Bundt.
No.
And it was heavenly.
No, I'm not. I can't get behind that. I'm sorry they went out of business, but maybe they came back under a different name.
Also, and this year I went to a baby shower with a cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes.
Oh, good. November 17th is Homemade Bread Day. That will make a lot of people happy.
Gonna write that down. Remind Alan. Okay.
Okay. Then also write down November 17th is also National Unfriend Day. So it's time for us to clear out our social media.
Snap.
It's time for us to start unfriending some people, right? Take a good hard look. Put some people up on that shopping block. Get your clicker finger ready, they said.
My God.
November 18th is Married to a Scorpio Support Day. That's, I think, a smaller number of people will be celebrating. I'm using quotes.
Weird.
It does not speak very kindly of Scorpios, does it? This is the worst. This is the worst. November 19th, World Toilet Day.
You know what?
A holiday devoted to the John, the pot, the latrine, the porcelain god.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Created in 2001. There's an official website, y'all. Points out that billions of people in the world do not have proper access to toilets, but also that in addition to being vital to life, toilets can be fun and sexy. That's their words. Yeah. There's not a fun and sexy toilet. There just is not. Let's see here. Oh, November 20th, you guys. It's Name Your PC Day.
What?
I feel like I yell at my computer a lot. So it's probably like, I hope like my computer probably thinks its name is fucker or something, you know? So maybe I need to find a kinder name. November 22nd, National Start Your Own Country Day. If you just want to start your own country, guys.
I cannot.
November 23rd, Fibonacci Day.
Oh, I'm all about that pine cone.
Yeah, and snail shells and all that. Tip your hat to the famous sequence by staring at the glorious spirals in nature, rectangles in architecture, or taking a stroll down a winding staircase. Fibonacci. November 27th, guys, get ready. Gonna be a wild one. National Flossing Day. The last one is also November 27th, and I don't know what it means. National Sinky Day. A day for those who dine while standing above their kitchen sink. Something you might do during your second Thanksgiving meal in the middle of the night. Or the National Sinky Day.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but if somebody could get me a card for it, I would be ecstatic. So anyway, that's a list of holidays. Let us know, you guys, if you found a holiday that really touches you, makes you want to celebrate it. We want pictures. I want pictures.
Yes.
I want pictures.
I want pictures too.
Pick your holiday and let's get it. All right. We'll be back next week.
Yeah. Thank you, Dana.
Thank you, Jessica. Talk soon.
Indeed.
Bye.
Bye.